What's going on, everyone? We have our patch notes for Watcher of Realms. This is going to be for the update on August 14th, so coming up in a few days. And it's pretty massive. We got a lot of changes in here, so let's go ahead and review these notes. The easiest way for me to scroll through them here is in the Notice Center. Actually, I haven't seen them posted like this on Discord. They do have the preview up there, which will go ahead and show you. We are getting the Void Rift, which is going to be like a weekly mode, and each week you'll be able to pick a difficulty that you want to do, and only the difficulty will be open that week. So I'm assuming we're all forced to start with easy. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we could like go straight into normal, but you have to pick your mode, and you have the week to try to work through it, and then it will reset and you go again. So pretty cool. Have that recurring opportunity. Then we're also getting the Spectral Rift in Chapter 7. We kind of knew that was coming. And so that we have that in Chapter 6. If you noticed, it's just some little static rewards. I don't think you can do it more than once from what I've seen. So be like 8 stages to come out. We'll just go ahead and knock those out. We'll probably do a video on those. We got some new artifacts coming along with the Void Rifts, because you can get artifacts there. They have a cool little optimized friend system. And you can see the interesting thing I see here is it almost looks like there might be a way to take your existing stamina and turn it into potions, so that hey, if you could I know when I log in the morning and get a bunch of stamina, it would be nice to just go ahead and pump that into potions, and then spend let the stamina regenerate on its own. So I'm not forced to go ahead and use it, especially because you have to run the battles. So I think that's a cool little feature if we can do that. And then it looks like I can't tell if this is 50 or 60 diamonds. If this is 50 diamonds for 200 energy, it's gonna be cheaper than buying the huge potions from the cash shop. And then it looks like we'll be able to get some friendship points through various things, like if someone uses your units and stuff, get some friendship points and use that for stamina. So good little way to get some extra stamina, not bad at all. And then they optimize the interface here, so you'll be able to click on these items and sell them or lock them straight from the reward screen. Now let's get into the nitty gritty details, because we got some interesting changes. One thing interesting is the light lock patch they were talking about is not in here. Let's go ahead and look at the Void Rift details. So you'll need to be level 45, commander level 45, to get into the Void Rift. There'll be 3 difficulty levels. Each level will be unlocked by meeting specific requirements and clearing the previous level. Every week, commanders will have the opportunity to choose one unlocked level to play. Once the choice is made, you cannot change it until the following week. Exploration and progress. Once your difficulty level is set, you can freely enter and exit the Void Rift. And I believe this is like more like an open world thing. You can walk around and challenge whichever enemies you want. It's not necessarily sequential. And you'll play throughout the week, and then your progress will be recorded at the end of the week. Then the weekly reset every Monday at midnight. Exploration progress is reset. Commanders need to reselect their difficult level and embark on new challenges in the Void Rift. So I don't know, to me it sounds like a nice chunk of rewards each week, which is pretty cool. Map exploration. Within the Void Rift, commanders can move across the map, trigger various events such as challenges and item discovery. Challenging stages. Be aware that some stages in Void Rift can inflict serious curses, increasing the difficulty level for these encounters. So I mean, look, let's be real. The more expensive of a roster you have, the more opportunities you're probably going to have to be able to do what you need to do here. There's probably going to be some cheese things which we might need to do on some of these levels. Again, this has been out on the Void, what do you call them? Forerunner server. So a lot of people have had access to this, and there's some content out there on it. I know MaBucket has some content out there. But of course, once it comes out here on global, we will be getting more content. Strategic lineup. Due to the significant difficulty of Void Rift, it is highly recommended for commanders to assemble a competitive and capable lineup for battles. That's what I mean, man. You're gonna have more of an expansive roster. Maybe save up. Like if you have the opportunity to 6-star, you might need to start holding on to that for a little bit. See what you can use in the Void Rift. See what characters you might need for various stages. We're kind of getting to that point now where you kind of get a little bit more picky about what you do. Alright, stages. We added a sub-story level. Includes 8 stages to campaign chapter 7. That's the Spectral Rift. We already talked about that. Optimize the battlefield environments of certain stages in Gear Raid 3. This is interesting. I'm interested to see what exactly they did here. And if it makes it any easier than it is right now, we'll have to see. Add an option to skip the animation of onslaught battles in Tide. I'm not sure what the is it. Can you skip the whole battle? Can we just skip through it? Because this Tide is the most pointless thing. It's just essentially 3 battles each day. You get these rewards and move on. Eventually you'll hit the max that you can do, and then it's just a matter of raising your BP each day. So yeah, I don't know that if we can skip those now, awesome. I appreciate that because they're kind of pointless. Hero adjustments. All right, so this is interesting. I went ahead and copied these. I have them on my other screen. So what we'll do is we'll go and I'll show you on the heroes what they're changing to. After we go through the notes here, they're changing Azhor and Cyclone. These are the 2 with major changes. So on those, a Cyclone, I say, it still seems pretty underwhelming to me. They added this dodge mechanic, but first let's yeah, we'll cover this when we move over. I guess I do need to kind of read through it a little bit. The main detail you need from here is Azhor is going to become completely scaling on defense. His attack is going to be completely based on defense, and he can keep increasing his defense up to an extra 20% at max skill up. And they changed the wording here. So this says the defense and attack in game right now. I'll show you when we get there, but they changed it to damage. Now I don't know if that's an actual change, and if it means something different. Does that mean, since we're already scaling on defense now, instead of increasing his attack, which would be kind of crazy, that means we got to scale attack and defense? That wouldn't make any sense. That everything is based on defense, and so which is what his talent says. Damage scales off his defense, and then this damage increase is going to just be additional damage on top of that, also applying to the defense. If so, I mean, this could be a really interesting defensive damage dealer. That being said, he doesn't have much. It doesn't look like very much burst damage per se. He gets the heated state on a shield to do some the buffing. He can do a damage buff on someone in range. So that would be interesting as well. I don't know. I'm tempted to build him with these changes, and maybe he could help on the guild boss a little bit. Maybe I could use him to buff. Maybe he can buff Deimos or something. I don't know. He definitely seems a little more interesting now that they focused him completely on defense. Cyclone, on the other hand, they added a dodge mechanic. I haven't seen any other units with dodge at this point. It doesn't show up in the stats or anything, so I don't know if this would be something we can build upon. But they're giving him a 20% dodge chance on his talent. And then if he does die, after each dodge, his next attack deals additional damage. But the problem is, this was previously based every 6 seconds. So we'll look at that in a minute. Let's go ahead and go through the rest of the notes before we look at that. Basic attack upgrades available for 2 more heroes. King Har, so the 2 lords for that faction, I'm sorry, I don't remember the name, but Solde and King Hars are both gonna regenerate rage with their basics. So that's pretty cool. Solde is already a very good tank. I mean, I'm sure King Hars is too. But I know using a Solde, if she's restoring even more rage, then awesome. I mean, sure, I'll take it. Number 3, this is an interesting one. So I guess there was some stacking opportunities here. I don't think anyone really talked about it, but change the attack increase buff that can be applied by heroes to allies to inspiration. So we know inspiration is Dolores's primary. I know Dolores had inspiration, and some of the others had inspiration already too, but some of the units gave attack increases. So apparently you could stack these. It almost sounded like you could stack inspirations too. Not 100% sure, but here's the units they changed. Nunya ultimate has been modified to apply inspiration effect in place of the earlier attack increase. So instead of attack increase, is giving inspiration, making it the same as Dolores's inspiration. Narvi, same thing. She's still good cost generation. They didn't change the cost generation, which I think is what a lot of people use her for. So she doesn't necessarily stay out there. Essentially, it looks like you could cheese some of these to maybe in Gear Raid 1 help out. Skulf is a big one. He Scoff Ultimate been modified to apply inspiration effect in place of earlier attack increase. I might look at this one before the patch comes out and see if I can squeeze something out of Gear Raid 1 to get the buff. And man, if I could pass Gear Raid 1 knowing this, but like Scoff here can apply up to 30% attack increase to 3 random allies in range. And it's changing the inspiration. So I'm assuming that the reason they're doing this right now is I could do this and stack it with Dolores. So anyway, I might check out Sculf. I hadn't actually looked at Sculf yet. Alright, optimize the inspiration effect. Only the most recently, so this is the big one, only the most recently applied inspiration effect will be active on a hero. So to me, it just sounds like people were stacking inspirations, people were stacking attack bonuses, and doing some pretty crazy stuff. Then the next change, this is a very interesting change, and I don't know, hey, was this already on the Forerunner server? I don't know. They increase the effectiveness of heroes' attack speed. To me, means that they are making it attack faster based on the attack speed, while slightly reducing its impact on rage regen. Which, I mean, I definitely had that in consideration. You know, I would want rage regen and attack speed because you're attacking more, you're gonna regenerate more. But you know, does this change balance out? Does it mean that they attack faster, they restore rage a little bit slower, but because of that difference, it balances back to restoring the same amount of rage as it does now? If so, that's cool. More attacks, more damage, awesome. Of course, heroes who basic attack does not scale up on the base of attack speed do not enjoy this optimization. Sad times, but we know that that's the case. Gear, some gear changes. Added 10 mythical artifacts. There are all the names here. I'm not gonna go ahead and call them out. Got a lot of exclusive ones, quite a few exclusive ones for heroes. And we have a marksman, a healer, a defender. We got 2 marksmen and 2 fighter, a healer and defender one. Anyway, pretty cool. I think I have read one of them somewhere. They look pretty nice. Anyway, number 2, increase the attack speed for amulets with it as a primary attribute. So now, if you are using an amulet for attack speed, you'll get even more attack speed out of it. So definitely interesting. I'm not sure exactly what prompted these buffs on attack speed, but it'd be interesting to see how it plays out and how effective it is. Achievements and quests added secret achievements which unlock rewards and details upon completion. So this is gonna be some stuff we don't know about. You'll realize you unlocked it when you unlocked it. Okay. Added 4 new achievements. Legendary Technique 1, Legendary Technique 2, Hyperion. So these are related to Hyperion. I don't know what these Legendary Technique ones are. I guess we'll be able to read them when they put them in. Optimize some quests of Hero's Path. I'm done with Hero's Path, except for some of the sub quests. I don't know if they're changing those. Lower the difficulty of quests related to gear enhancement levels in Hero's Path. I would say it would have been better to lower the difficulty of the ones where you had to actually find certain pieces, certain attributes and stuff. I think those are probably the toughest ones. But that being said, you can't get the nice $50 million worth of beginner's gold from the beginner event anymore. So that could have something to do with this too. Other changes: you can now use Google Play for connecting your account. Awesome. I think that this was, I don't know, I was using Google in a weird way, I believe. So anyway, added a friendship point system, so we saw that earlier. That's awesome. Added a portal to the friends feature, left side of the camp. Cool. Optimize the friends interface for a smoother user experience. Awesome. Optimize various features of friends, such as add friends, blacklist, display order of friends, red dot notifications. That's awesome. I mean, it's really just very basic right now. Any changes here will help. Add an attributes profile interface that provides explanations for attribute terms and detailed attribute information for each hero. Okay, that's cool. Are we talking like what attack is based on, what the heals are based on, stuff like that? Hopefully, some more details there. Added preview animations for ultimate skills of legendary heroes. Cool. New promotion animation for hero rating. I don't even know which one rating is. Added a feature to allow you to unlock, sell a year. We saw that one already. So from the post stage interface, you can now lock, unlock, and sell. Improve the process of rating hero gameplay for smoother user experience. I mean, people just kind of troll that anyway. I don't know how much that's going to help. gameplay ratings displayed in descending order. I mean, that's kind of a cool thing. You kind of see what the best ones are, but I was getting used to seeing them in the same order each time, so I don't know, it'd be interesting. You can now rate a hero more than once per day. Okay, so I mean, can people spam it and just downgrade stuff? I don't know. You just can't rely on the in-game play rating system. It's not terrible, but it's not good at all. You can get some useful information out of there. Optimize the guild interface, optimize the guild boss chest interface, optimize the visuals of the event hall, elevating the art quality and visual appeal of the gallery interface along with optimized layout. Okay, so we got some optimizations coming. But overall, Void Rift, big thing. Some of these hero changes. Let's go ahead and look at Azhor. I don't think I want to bother looking at Cyclone. We're already getting pretty lengthy on time here. But Azhor, he's definitely kind of looking interesting. So right now you can see when the Iron Hammer is in a heated state, attack has 25% chance of inflicting enemy with stun. The talent is changing to damage. It's just adding that damage deals damage that scales off his defense. So saying that his damage scales off his defense. Then the heat is after landing 10 attacks. The hammer in it. So no matter what, the hammer is going to enter the heated state after 10 attacks. That's added to the talent as well. When the hammer is heated, he has a 30% chance to stun target for 1 second. So right now we're at 25% chance. They're increasing it slightly, ever so slightly. It doesn't show any changes for tempering strikes, which is the ultimate. Nothing there. The basic now said okay, so they moved this after 10 strikes to the talent instead of just in the basic, which makes sense because this is technically no, it's a passive. That's a passive. Okay, so I don't know why they did that. I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, because there's just still passives. But anyway, this is gonna gain levels now. So I don't know if you want to upgrade. I almost say it'd be better to upgrade him before they change this. Because I'd kind of rather make sure the levels go into these. We're gonna have 4 freaking things that levels can go into. Or maybe they'll take it off the ultimate. I don't know. It's a bit confusing. I don't know exactly what's going to change here. They don't list anything about the ultimate, but they show like levels on the basic attack. But it's going to deal physical damage, which is already physical damage. Then this one's the interesting one. Master Craftsman currently says 10% defense and 10% attack. The wording on the patch note says defense and damage. So to me, that shows like kind of like a double stacking based on defense, because everything's gonna be based on defense. He's no longer based on attack. So then, if your damage is calculated based on your defense, and then after that you get an additional damage amount, could be pretty good on good. It's gonna go up to 25% total. I don't know, man. It's hard because I don't want to invest too many skill ups. But he might be a decent, consistent damaging tank. I don't know. I don't know if he's upgraded on the Forerunner server yet. It kind of doesn't make sense to me. Like if they would have done some of these changes on the Forerunner server, but not included him in global. Like why wasn't Azhor already in the same state as he was on the Forerunner server? But I don't know if that's true or not. But anyway, that is that on tempering strikes. When tempering strikes is active, every strike this one stays about the same within 3 tiles. Just says within range, and still based on the current status of the hammer. Increases, and again they changed the wording from attack to damage. So we'll have to see how that works out. Cyclone, like I say, he is changing to magic damage. He's getting a faction. He's getting a talent. Talent is going to be gain 20 dodge, but we haven't seen dodge yet, at least not that I know of. How does that work? How can you enhance it? I don't think you can. I just don't know if he's still going to be usable. He doesn't even have awakenings. It doesn't show that he's going to have awakenings. So I don't know if these changes are really going to do anything and make him any usable. At this current time, I don't really have a use for him and probably won't be using him. So that's it. That's all coming on August 14th. I believe the Void Rift starts on the 15th. I think that was in the notice, right? Yeah. 8:15. I guess maybe depending on when they release the patch, it's technically 8:15. We'll see. But that will not give you the full week. Let me see, or will it? The 15th is Tuesday. So I mean, you got almost a full week to do Void Rift, whichever. If we can just do the easy, or if you can choose maybe medium, I don't know. Either way, I'm pretty pumped. This is a pretty big patch. I'm interested to see how things continue into the future. They are going to be opening a test server for some content creators. I hope I can get included in that. Not sure. I'm sorry guys, this was a very long video. It was a lot of notes to go through. But either way, I hope it was informative. I hope you enjoy. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll catch you in the next video.